From a rainy scene at Finley Stadium, a couple of independent clubs in MLS Next Pro are set to do battle this afternoon. Chattanooga FC are fresh off back-to-back road wins, and they come home and welcome in Carolina Core FC, who finally picked up their first victory of the season last week. It sets up a fun contest today. We appreciate you tuning in. I'm Josh Lill, happy to have you with us. This is now the 7th all-time meeting between these two clubs, and as of late, Chattanooga, they've only allowed one goal in their last 3 matchups versus Core FC. And the visitors, they got back into the win column against Chicago Fire too. But looking at the starting 11, just one change for interim head coach Richard Dixon and Chattanooga FC. Damian Barker-John starts the day on the bench. Anthony Garcia is back into the 11th. Eldin Jakupovic, the reigning league goalkeeper of the year, is protected by a formidable backline that's only conceded 43 shots this year. Tate Robertson, the quarterback of this Chattanooga team, looks to continue positive play that he's had against Carolina Core. And congrats to Daniel Mangarov on his 50th appearance for the club. Lastly, Yuval Cohen and Stevie Louis John make their second starts of the year for Chattanooga FC. And taking a look at what the visitors are rolling out, and Donovan Ricketts and Core FC issue several switch-ups. David Diaz, Dylan John, and Ricardo Montenegro crack the starting 11, but most notably, it's Dominique Colon who makes his first professional start today. Core FC, they've only scored 12 goals this season, and a shakeup in the lineup should add a bit of variety on the attack, and it's also a side, they don't share the ball at a high rate. They're last in the league in passes completed and attempted, and they certainly look for chances in transition. Coach Ricketts also looks to continue to find quality and possession on the ball going forward, and can they find a bit more of that comfortability today? Well, only time will tell. We're just moments away from kickoff at Finley Stadium. It was a torrential downpour right before warm-ups, as we only saw a few players for either side on the pitch, but the fans, they've come back to their seats. Certainly more wet spots than there were when they probably arrived at the stadium. Vast amount of precipitation has fallen on the pitch. We'll see how it impacts the match as we are just moments away from kickoff. And at the sound of the whistle, we are underway from Chattanooga, Tennessee at Finley Stadium. Two of MLS Next Pro's independent clubs do battle this afternoon. I'm Josh Lill, happy to have you with us. Should be a fun one. Both teams coming in on opposite trends, but with one goal in mind to continue climbing up through the ranks of the Eastern Conference. Early corner kick for Chattanooga FC on the front foot. Daniel Mangarov over to retrieve the ball way beyond the confines of the byline. And we mentioned it in our starting lineups. Congratulations to the Duluth, Georgia native on making his 50th appearance with Chattanooga FC. Big moment for the second-year player. We'll see if he can get in the score column today. Header to the backside, bounced and grabbed out of the air by Nick Holliday. Alex Krell in the right spot. Core quick to work, and it's intercepted by Tate Robertson. And Chattanooga in the blue and white kits with white letters and numbers. They go right to left. Carolina Core in the dark kits with white letters and numbers. They go left to right. Yuval Cohen trapped on the far side. Carolina Core come away with it. Chattanooga win it back and create a short field situation. Early action from the host on the front foot. We'll see if it amounts to anything. They certainly want to keep the momentum going. Back-to-back road wins headed into this match, where they defeated Inter Miami 2 and FC Cincinnati 2. And in that Cincinnati match, They were quite dominant. Jumped out to a 3-0 lead by the first half break. Throw in, flicked forward, turning and facing, that shot blocked. Core can't completely clear, bouncing ball into the area. Sarsar right there. Cohen the intended recipient. And Holiday eventually retrieves. Alex Krell, Damian Barker-John, and Tate Robertson got on the score sheet against Cincinnati too. Coach Dixon's side led in shots on target. And their passing numbers were superior. They'll get another chance on the attack as Carolina Core cannot get out of their defensive half. Mentioned today, Yuval Cohen and Stevie Louis-Jean cracked the starting 11 for the second time this year for Cohen. He's had to battle injury throughout the year. Chattanooga draw the foul. So good to see him back on the pitch, and for Stevie Louis-Jean, making just his second start in MLS Next Pro since last October. Also a big day for Francis Amwatang. He made his debut for Chattanooga. Threatening chance, Sorensen has that one poked away. Sets up yet another corner kick. Yepes not giving him any room. And Daniel Mangarov over for the set piece duties. Chattanooga have not accumulated a high amount of corner kicks by any means this year, but then can create. That one's off the bar and sent away. A great opportunity early on inside the first 5 minutes. They worked it short, and Mangarov placed that one cleanly right in front of Nick Holiday. He was lucky to not concede there. Sumo Jr. swings it around. And Core again cannot keep the ball in their attacking half. Setting a high line of confrontation early on. Chattanooga have been able to beat it. Nice 1-2 on the far side. Robertson covered by Montenegro, the former Inter Miami two-man. The hosts stay with it. Kept in, Mangarov. This one all Chattanooga FC so far. That one knocked away, and it's the third corner kick inside the first 10 minutes for the hosts. They've put the pressure on, and Carolina Core conceded the one chance. Certainly with that bend don't break mentality right now, but it can only get you so far. Service in again. It's Mangarov. Looks promising and steered aside. Robertson in front, and it's in! What a finish from Alex Krell. Hand in the air though, indicated by the head official. The goal waved off for offside as Alex Krell a little overzealous in his attempt behind the back line of Carolina Core. And again, a couple of aerial chances. Very close to punishing the visitors, and they've come away unscathed for now. Another corner kick. It could mean another scoring chance for Chattanooga. That's been the case over the last two. They continue to put the pressure on. Mangarov again, the man for the job. In swinging ball, into traffic. It was popped up by Holiday. Anthony Sorensen retrieves. Sorensen hiding behind the near side seating. And it's out for a goal kick. Carolina Core can finally breathe a sigh of relief. And things certainly were not easy against Chicago Fire too. Yes, they won 2-1. But they trailed 1-0 at one point. Victory came in comeback fashion. Donovan Ricketts was quite impressed with the effort from his team in the face of adversity that they have seen all year long. Tim Zegers and Mohamed Diakite, the goal scorers. But the match would only become that much more difficult once they went up 2-1. As Jair Keza was whistled for a red card, he'd be sent off. And that booking would occur in the 57th minute. So it'd be 33 minutes of hard-fought football for those 3 points. And Carolina Core in a big lesson. A big lesson learned, I should say. Pick up a huge confidence boost. Coach Ricketts knew once that red card was shown that his side would not be able to keep possession. The long ball would be their friend, and they would simply just need to keep it out of their half any chance you get on it. Keep it away from Nick Holiday and protect your keeper at all costs. And he joked with me in the days leading up to this match that he wishes all games they played down a man, and that's simply because the effort he saw from his guys. In terms of their compact shape, it's the best he'd seen this year. They were simply hard to break down, and they didn't even concede a shot on target when they went down a man. The goal at that point was to just force play outside, and it worked. First victory of the year for Core FC. And today have a tough challenge against a Chattanooga team that is certainly in a groove. And Donovan Ricketts knows that as well as anyone. Having competed against Chattanooga over the years, on the road knows they can give any opponent problems. Today for Donovan Ricketts and company, it's a feeling out process at the start of the match. Wants to see how Chattanooga sets the tone. Find those gaping spots, both attacking-wise and defensively. And simply go from there and try to execute through the faults of the hosts. Right now, certainly Richard Dixon's side not lacking in their set-piece opportunities and winning the ball high up on the pitch. They've taken over in the attacking third on several occasions so far. What a day it was for Corey Lundeen, though, and Carolina Core FC. Made his season debut for Carolina Core, and in the process, assisted on both goals within a 10-minute time span. Talk about an impact substitution out of the gates. Headed into the second half, assisted on the goals in the 49th and 54th minutes. Errant ball and Core take over. Corey Lundeen is available off the bench today. Only time will tell if he'll have the same impact as he did last match. Turnover. Yuzukiewski plays it back. Swung around to Matthias Hanchard. Baltimore native given space. Inside to Anthony Sorensen, a very versatile player at that left back spot. Spent plenty of time with the Charlotte Independents in USL League One. For Mike Jeffries, was a versatile defender, able to get forward, take advantage of space, and not only create crossing situations, but his ability to take advantage on overlapping and underlapping runs was key to the success of the team's attack. Hasn't registered a goal contribution yet for Chattanooga this year, but certainly has that ability to get going at any point. Scrappy play in the midfield. The hosts take over. Hanchard, who spent 4 years at UPenn, part of a team that only allowed 12 goals in 2023. Certainly a nice signing for this Chattanooga team that looks to continue bolstering up their defense. They already have the talent between net and Eldin Jakubovic, who has yet to be tested today. And if you can protect him with the right pieces, that is a tough defense to go up against every match week. Cohen came through, looked for the opportunity, but offside whistled. Support for tonight's match comes from Erlanger, proud to be the exclusive healthcare provider of Chattanooga Football Club. Early chance, Diaz goes down and draws the foul. That is a easy booking for the head official to make. Matthias Hanchard shown the yellow. Takedown in open space, sets up Carolina court. They don't see a lot of free kick opportunities, 5th lowest in MLS Next Pro coming into this match, but just a few feet outside the 18-yard box. Great opportunity on service to test Eldin Jakubovic for the first time today. Thomas Rambolt over this ball. Knocked down immediately. This Chattanooga defense all over the ball. Not sitting low by any means. They want to take away that next pass. As that one skips through, it's collected by Jakubovic. He sees a chance to go long. We're ready for it. Jakubovic chance raining down from the stands in Finley Stadium. And rightfully so, Jakubovic a year ago recorded 10 shutouts. That was a top MLS Next Pro. And rightfully, he earned a spot in the league's best 11, along with the likes of Tate Robertson, who led the team in goals and assists. Key veteran to set the tone from the back of the formation, leading all the way up to the front. with a guy like Alex Krell. A key signing from Club Deportivo Lealtad. And you saw Krell nearly had a scoring chance that was negated by an offside call. Started the year on trial in preseason, and then eventually signed to a professional contract. It's no surprise coming into this one. Leads the team in headed shots with 4 headed into this very match. Another aggressive challenge. Sets up a Chattanooga free kick. Bit of distance to go on this one. Richard Dixon's club has shown that they can be quite threatening on set pieces. What do they have in the making here? Robertson, right to the midst of Nick Holliday. Sorensen retrieves. It's kept alive. Krell. Gritty play to keep it alive. That bouncing ball eventually corralled by Hanchard. Taken down, but the head official deems it was a clean challenge, and David Diaz sees opportunity with Greengrass in front. Nice run on the near side. It's met, flicked backward. Rambold shot rejected. A shove from behind. Dominique Colon whistled for the foul. Certainly a tactical approach, as Carolina Core know that Chattanooga can get out into space and take advantage of any gaping pockets. They reset, and it's Sorensen. Dangerous ball into the central area. Chattanooga again able to draw another foul. That's half a dozen committed against Carolina compared to the 2 for the hosts. Their aggressiveness has forced Carolina Core to put a demanding presence on the ball and even be risky with the fouls. Mangarov's service rolls back outside. Robertson, lofted ball, takedown in the area. And it is a corner kick, the fans pleading for a penalty kick. Felt like there was a shove in the area. Alex Krell might have gone down, but the officiating crew deems otherwise. This segment of the match is presented by FTC Development, developing unique spaces that inspire since 1912. Mangarov goes short. They nearly scored on that exact action where Daniel Mangarov has a quick give and go with Yuval Cohen, then completes the action of service. Although that time, Carolina Core all over it. They did their homework over the last 10 minutes or so and stole that chance. Anthony Sumo Jr. gets by the defenders and has that one pried free. Dangerous run forward, eventually stopped. And no surprise here, another corner kick to Chattanooga. Well, before the back-to-back road wins for Richard Dixon, his side suffered back-to-back losses. And even in those losses, he was quite impressed. One of them was Crown Legacy. And they came off a 3-game match week and only held Crown Legacy to 1 goal. It was a 1-0 loss suffered. And even with injuries, they limited the best team in the Eastern Conference to just 1 shot on target. And it was their lone goal, which was a PK. Even in the losses, Chattanooga FC have found themselves in every single match. That's not always the case. So when they went to Inter Miami too, the goal was to improve simply in productivity on the road, picking up points. Their execution was a lot better. But they still want to be better in the run of play and creating chances going forward in a quick manner. We'll see if they can take a jump in that department today. They certainly haven't had to cover a lot of ground in transition. A lot of possession that they've taken over has been in their attacking half. And at that point, it's about passing with high precision and finding those cutting runs to the back post. And creating out wide and setting up a cross. It is a deep Chattanooga lineup, and that's been something that Coach Richard Dixon has continued to get better at in terms of picking his 11 in the full matchday squad. He understands it's not easy. Truly loves every single player on this roster, and still growing that understanding that sometimes certain players won't be available. You have to go with the best option. Another foul on court. Sets up a dangerous free kick chance. Dominique Colon quite displeased with the foul call. The support section quite loud today for Chattanooga. Always show up and show out for their team. They were ready to erupt a couple of times on a header off the crossbar and a goal disallowed due to offsides. Official cleaning up play in the area, wants to limit the contact. There's a quick conversation with Matthias Hanchard and Nelson Martinez. Hanchard and Martinez, both natives of the DVM area. Martinez from Virginia, Hanchard from Maryland. This one played in off the head of Cohen. Did not take a deflection off a core player, and it sets up Nick Holliday on the goal kick. And Donovan Ricketts was quick to praise his goalkeeper. The results not always indicative of the play of the goalkeeper. Mentioned his confidence has continued to soar. He has made the 5th most saves in MLS Next Pro, 33 coming into this match. The one thing he'd still like to see Nick Holliday get a little better at is that communication with his defenders in front of him. Coach Ricketts and company have noticed that sometimes players might take a play off in front of Holliday, and that puts him at a disadvantage. If he can hold the others accountable, that might eliminate a couple of scoring chances that we've seen on a daily basis each match day. Nearing the half-hour mark, we are scoreless between Chattanooga and Carolina Court. Right now the hosts with half a dozen shots, 1 on frame. Carolina Core with just 1 shot and have not tested Eldin Jakupovic. He is with the ball, quite composed. Zagers loses it immediately. Chattanooga forward quickly. Yuval Cohen outside to Mangarov. Crosses from a difficult angle. That header's dangerous, but it's over the head of Holiday. Another threatening aerial opportunity for Chattanooga FC. They are knocking on the door and have come very close to converting on several occasions. Have yet to punch one through. Daniel Mangarov leads the team in crosses, and that is certainly a player you want on your set pieces. And forward on the byline. He's quite aggressive in his mannerisms to break through the defense, but here is David Diaz taking matters into his own hands. Rambled on the ground, out to Diaz. That shot denied immediately. Mangarov resets to the inside to Stevie Lewis-John. A lot of space between Matthias Hanchard and Anthony Sorensen on that left side. Yuval Cohen. And 5 goals and an assist in 16 matches with Inter Miami 2 a year ago. Came to Chattanooga in the middle of the season, where he took part in half a dozen matches and got on the score sheet once. Eventually signed his first MLS Next Pro deal that very month. He was a household name in Southern Florida. He continues to climb the ranks here in this Chattanooga lineup. Header inside, dangerous, and out of the air. Chattanooga could not take advantage. That ball up into the arms of Diaz. Anthony Sorensen pleading for a handball call. Won't get it. Run down the middle for Nelson Martinez. He's tripped up. And no foul call. He is livid, slamming his hands on the ground. It looked like he was tripped up. And we play on. Nifty move. That ball sitting on the ground, chance out, and it's stopped by the knee of Nick Holiday. A bit of a hockey save there from the Chapel Hill native. A couple of players collide right in the center circle. And we do continue forward. Chattanooga indicating it was a head injury, and they felt play should have been stopped immediately. Farid Sarsar pleading for the medical staff to take to the pitch. At that very moment, Anthony Sumo Jr. for Carolina Core a little shaken up. That's exactly what Eldin Jakubovic and a couple of Chattanooga players talking with Nelson Martinez about the previous sequence as well. He thought he was taken down in an unsporting-like manner. Tough moment here at Finley Stadium. A player down for Chattanooga. We're waiting to see who it is. And Matthias Hanchard back up off the ground. It appeared there might have been a head-to-head collision with him and Anthony Sumo Jr. He is back to his feet. We'll head to the far touchline and await re-entry at the indication of the fourth official. Just beyond the half-hour mark. Chattanooga and Core FC scoreless. It has been all the boys in blue. 8 shots, 2 on frame. Just 2 shots for Carolina Core. None have gone on target. The visitors have yet to eclipse 100 passes, just 86. They've passed around the 76% threshold. Not ideal numbers. They've struggled to maintain the ball. And the hosts have taken full advantage. They've accumulated 6 corner kicks. And we're very close to scoring on 2 of those. It was interesting coming into this one, just given the passing numbers throughout this year between both Chattanooga and Carolina Core. The visitors with the lowest amount of passes completed and attempted. Chattanooga, 7th lowest amount of passes completed and attempted. Both clubs certainly advantageous on the counter-attack and in transitional moments. But today it's a good test for Richard Dixon and company to see how they handle possession. Can they get the looks they want? Play between the lines and set up guys like Daniel Mangaroff to cross into the area and possibly find the king of headers, Alex Krell. He really got a touch on the ball. Yuzakiewski had it. Sarsar. Yuzakiewski plays it outside. Want to dress like the pros? Grab your official Chattanooga FC jerseys, hats, and Adidas gear today at shop.chattanooga.fc.com. Plenty of nice looking kids on the pitch today from both sides. Again, we had a torrential downpour throughout warm-ups. With rain droplets, it looked like the size of a quarter. And as we got into our starting lineups and began the broadcast, the downpour just turned into a nice rain. It seems things have calmed down a bit more now. I wonder how much it affected the playing surface. We haven't seen anything too sloppy. The ball movement has certainly been good for Chattanooga. And Core, well, they've simply struggled to hold the ball, maintain possession, and even get out in transition. Robertson, displeased with the challenge, gets the desired foul call. And the head official again to the pocket. And shows the yellow card in the direction of the Carolina Core bench. And right now, Donovan Ricketts is fuming. We'll see who that was officially on.
The referee has issued a yellow card to Carolina. Number 6,
Ricardo Montenegro showing the booking on that challenge. It was a late whistle. And Donovan Ricketts Gives the head official an earful. He means no harm. He wants an explanation. And he's swinging at the air. And that warrants another yellow card against Carolina. Dissent against Donovan Ricketts. A couple of quick bookings against the visitors. Coach Ricketts could not believe the foul call. Certainly made his case known. And now we resume play. Can Chattanooga take advantage? They work on the ground. Cross on the byline. Carolina thought it was out. They recover, but are immediately trapped. Late hit right at the edge of the penalty area. And the whistle finally sounds. Nearly opposite records for Chattanooga and Carolina headed into the match today. The boys in blue sit in 8th in the Eastern Conference, just above the playoff line with 5 wins, 4 losses, and a draw, where they lost in PKs. Carolina Corps, 1 win, 5 losses, 4 draws with just 1 PK victory. Certainly haven't had it easy. 2025, they lost 91% of their scoring. Diakite, Alenga, Lundin, Ibarra, Suma Jr., and Pineda, the only returning players for this Carolina team. They have their eyes set on resetting the tone. Here in the middle of May, plenty of time to gain ground in the Eastern Conference table. It's a very talented squad with a turnaround that could be right around the corner. But on matches like today against a gritty Chattanooga team, if you can pull 3 points out of this one, it'd be huge. Martinez, inaccurate cross. It sits in the area. Louis Jean outside. Corps win it and win the foul. Quick to resume play. Missed touch. Chattanooga in transition. Krell puts on the brakes. He's shoved out. And the foul is called. Even though the whistle is in favor of Chattanooga, Alex Krell, motioning to his right, thought there was a bit of contact earlier on. Wanted to see that call sooner, but not to his avail. It falls to Sumo Jr. Overzealous in his feet up ahead to Thomas Ramble. And the miscommunications adding up and hurting Carolina Corps. The visitors have only been shut out twice this season. Usually find ways to get on the score sheet. And while Chattanooga have played good defense, it's mostly been their defense atop the formation to win the ball high and just prevent Carolina from creating any action. Robertson winds up, rifles that one off the post. A difficult angled shot somehow struck the woodwork. Unbelievable to think that that one even got through. But Tate Robertson, who's one of, if not the most talented player on this Chattanooga roster, certainly can create something from nothing in that spot. Errant ball makes life that much more difficult for Carolina, who give it right back to the hosts. Kuski back. Sarsar. Jakubovic. Long ball intended up ahead for Garcia. They've tried that a few times today. Haven't connected.
Tonight's added time is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee Foundation.
Chattanooga letting things breathe. And on the flip side, Carolina Core want to get forward in a hurry. Haven't had much momentum in the first half, but if they can find some sort of positive play, you never know what it can lead to in stoppage time or even at the start of the second half. Cohen. Mangarov. Mangarov still with it. Backside header. What a stop from Nick Holliday. Chattanooga have found themselves within prime position to strike one home on several occasions today, and it's been Nick Holliday who has prevented any sort of success for the hosts. Chattanooga player down inside the box. It has been confirmed 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half. It certainly could be more, as Anthony Sorensen on the ground receives medical attention. Another look at it here. Mangarov had a nice fake out with Yuval Cohen there. Created the header chance, and then it was a tough fall. And pardon me, that's Anthony Garcia. He was slow to get up. But how about Nick Holliday? Has certainly seen more shots than Coach Ricketts would like. But he has kept his team in this one. 3 huge saves on the day. Again, the aerial play for Chattanooga has proved to be superior. But have yet to connect on it. Again, certainly won't be the exact 3 minutes that were initially indicated with the injury to Anthony Garcia. Drop ball chance, and we are back underway. Hanchard and Sarsar playing a little hot potato. Sarsar attempts the long ball. Sorensen with the 1-2. He gets inside, tripped up by Diaz. We do play on. Clean dispossession from the visitors. Opportunity on the break. This could be huge. Rambolt nearing the area. Switches the field of play. Chattanooga not having any of it. Still life for Core. Aggressive send is long. Chattanooga take over. And they await the first half whistle. Both coaches will certainly have plenty to talk about at the break. Carolina Core, how can they create more chances? They gained a little more comfortability on the ball near the end of the half for Chattanooga. Well, they'll look back at that fast start. Quite pleased with the actions they set up, but the execution piece lacking a bit. That will certainly be a focal point headed into the second half. One last opportunity, maybe? Sitting ball rejected. Twinks off the corner flag. And one last set piece for Chattanooga. Nearly scored twice on corner kicks this half. They forced Nick Holliday to make 3 superhuman-like saves. Will a fourth be needed? Or can Chattanooga finally chalk one up on the score sheet? In swinger. Backside, and it's batted away by Holliday. Carolina could not keep it in. And the hosts quick to the corner spot. Want to beat out the whistle of the head official. Yet drain as much time as possible. There's a fine line between the two. They'll get one more chance. Will they go short? They've had success on that chance. Diaz. Louis Jean watches that one hit the Chattanooga bench. And there is the first half whistle. Chattanooga and Carolina Core scoreless at the break. And Nick Holliday having himself an afternoon with 3 incredible saves. Keeps the result alive for the visitors. And coming up in our halftime show, we go back to the Northeast for another player pathway success story, plus highlights and stats after this brief timeout.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the city of angels to the heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields. Let's go. And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
Welcome back. New England homegrown Peyton Miller is another success story in the MLS Next Pro ranks. Let's revisit his story in this feature.
A lot of upside, a huge ceiling for this young kid.
You're going to like him a lot. His name is Peyton Miller. This is great stuff again. Oh my goodness.
A little bit force away through here. Ball to the back post. It's awkward and it's thrust in towards goal.
From Unionville, Connecticut to stepping on the field in Major League Soccer, Peyton Miller's journey is just getting started.
I'm from Connecticut. I grew up in Unionville. Growing up, I trained a lot with my dad. My dad is mostly the reason for where I am today. When I was like 7, I won a championship for my travel team with my dad as a coach, and I kind of just fell in love with it from there.
As Peyton began to excel as a player, he began receiving attention from multiple clubs.
I started at FSAFC, and then I wanted to excel my game a little bit more, so then I went to Oakwood. And then from there, we played teams like New England Revolution, Philadelphia Union, and then the Revs reached out, and it was my childhood dream to play for the Revs, so it was kind of an easy decision for me to make to come here.
When I arrived at the Revs as a new employee, the staff was telling me about a young man named Peyton Miller. And so right away I went and did as much research as I could, and when I watched him play one time, it was like, wow, this kid is special. Just the way he moved, the way he was working with the ball, the way he looked around naturally. I knew as well as others knew this kid had something inherently in him that we wanted to be around.
Dreams don't come without sacrifice. At just 13, Peyton had to leave his family and friends behind to pursue soccer full-time.
It was hard not being able to be with my parents and not being able to see friends, but it was the sacrifices that I had to make to live this dream. And before that, a year earlier, my parents had to drive 2 hours every single day from Connecticut to Foxborough just so that I can make training, and I'm very grateful for that.
Moving into the Academy's residency program gave Peyton access to top-level training and gave him a platform to continue growing.
And our world structure is everything, because players they're learning so much. There's academics, there's social development, there's physical development, there's goals, there's outside pressures already, there's social media. So what we need to do is we need to provide structure to allow these players to chase their dreams, but chase their dreams with guidelines and helpful. And then when they need a little something extra, we're there for them to help them navigate whatever's in front of them.
By 15, Peyton's hard work paid off. He signed a homegrown contract with the Revolution, and he made his professional debut with Revolution 2 in 2023.
It was against Atlanta. I had a couple good chances, good balls for an assist or a goal maybe. That should have happened, but I was very nervous in the beginning, but as soon as the whistle blew, it kind of just all went away, and all I could feel was just like the adrenaline rush.
Playing against older and stronger players forced Peyton to adapt quickly.
I didn't want the guys like babying me because I was young. I wanted them to tell me how it really was, and they really understood that, and like they weren't afraid to yell at me if I did something wrong, and that's what helped me get to the next level.
His performances that season with Revs 2 opened the door to an opportunity with the first team.
At the end of our season with the second team, they gave me the chance to come train with the first team, and then that A little bit previous of that, that's when I signed my homegrown contract. So that was a very big step. You know, the speed of play was crazy when I got to the first team, but I got used to it for a little bit. And then that's when the off season hit. And then that's when I really started to like train. And I came back for the preseason and I was ready for it.
Soon after came the moment he'd been dreaming of since childhood, his MLS debut at just 16 years old, making him the second youngest player in club history to make his debut.
Another interesting debut here. Obviously all the talk about Kevin Sullivan, but Peyton Miller will make his MLS debut, the 16-year-old from Unionville, Connecticut.
My parents made the trip to Philly so they could see me play. And I kind of knew before the game that like this might be the game that I come in, because they told me that week that I'll probably get in that game. But I was nervous stepping to the line, but Caleb just said to me, like, have fun. This is what you love to do. Just go out there and be a kid. And that's what I did. I kind of, as soon as I stepped on the field, everything just went away and it was just me on the ball.
For Peyton and his family, it was a moment of pride.
They were all excited. You know, I got a lot of texts from everyone, Instagram stories, all that type of stuff. Everyone just saying that they're proud of me. It was kind of just like a full circle moment, being able to represent the badge and represent my family, my friends, and knowing that all the hard work that I put in, the sacrifices that my parents made, paid off.
4 days later, Peyton would make his full MLS debut against FC Dallas.
Okay, here's Miller, goal. Bobby Wood! Courtesy of the 16-year-old Miller, the Revs to the lead.
Peyton hasn't just made waves at the club level. He's also become a mainstay in the U.S. youth national team setup, earning call-ups from the U15s through the U23s. He featured in all 4 matches at the 2023 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, and later represented the United States at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup as one of the youngest players on the roster.
As a staff, when Peyton debuted with the 17s and went on, we all have these Slack channels and his pictures coming up from different players snapping the TV going, there's our friend, there's our teammate, there's our guy, and then other coaches. It was really endearing just to be together. It was because we were actually on the road for a game as an academy staff, and that was amazing. And then to see the whole transformation of where he goes and what he's done, we couldn't be more proud.
Peyton hopes his story can be a blueprint for success for the next generation of Revolution players.
It means a lot to me, you know, like to have younger kids look up to me, and some kids will come up to me and ask me like, what'd you do to get where you're at? And I'll kind of just tell them like it takes sacrifice and effort and you just have to be willing to put in the work. But there's a lot of kids that come up to me and I always tell them like, don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. Like, I was once where you're at, like don't be afraid.
Strategic investment and partner with MLS Next Pro, KKR will inject capital into MLS Next Pro with an eye on growing the league and its footprint around the continent. And in conjunction with MLS, the partnership will oversee commercial strategy as it looks to move the 27 MLS-affiliated Next Pro teams into new markets with an eye on building brands and within those communities and seeking stadium development deals. We will hear more about this in the coming seasons, but much to look forward to in the growth of MLS Next Pro and all it has to offer in the years to come. Well, back from halftime right now, Chattanooga FC and Carolina Core FC scoreless at the break in a battle of a couple of independent teams in MLS Next Pro. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at how we got to halftime with these halftime highlights. Now, there may have not been a goal, but first we'll actually take a look at scores from around the league. In plenty of action in MLS Next Pro, a highly contested affair between Philadelphia Union 2 and Atlanta United 2. A couple of top 6 teams in the East with a one-score match. Philly out in front there, 2-1. New York City with the shutout of Cincinnati. And then on Friday, Crown Legacy FC upset in penalties by New England Revolution 2. Austin FC, one of the best defensive teams in Next Pro with a dominant 3-0 shutout on the road of SKC2. And Tacoma Defiance comes away in a 1-goal match against Ventura County. Chicago Fire 2 with the most dominant victory as of late, 4-0 over Huntsville City FC. And now while we have a moment, let's take a look at highlights from the first 45 minutes of action between Chattanooga and Carolina Core. And starting out, Chattanooga very much on the front foot in the first half. A chance on the corner kick. Daniel Mangarov with the early service on the backside. The header from Anthony Garcia ricochets off the crossbar and out. Then just a few moments later, Core thought they were going to get out on the break. Robertson's feed in, the header in for Alex Krell, but he is offside on the play. That goal whistled back, and we are still scoreless. Then Alex Krell, not a lot of room to work, tiptoes on that far flank. Service down on the ground, a nifty pass from Garcia, and Yuval Cohen has that shot stopped by the knees of Nick Holliday, who is purely sensational in the first half. Then Anthony Sorensen with a crossing opportunity. It switched to the field of play, and Tate Robertson from an angle that didn't even look competitive rifled that one off the near post. And then Daniel Mangarov out in space, faked that pass to Yuval Cohen. Still found room, draped by defenders. And this one, the best save of the afternoon by Nick Holliday. And it has us scoreless at the break. And we're just moments away from the final 45 minutes of play between Chattanooga and Carolina Core. Don't go anywhere. The second half is right around the corner.
Boys hear sentiment, flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best, can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next, just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud, don't worry about what next. Just know we got now, oh yes. Man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next, just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Second half just about underway from Finley Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm Josh Lill. Happy to have you with us this afternoon. Carolina Core gets us started off in the final 45 minutes of play between Core FC and Chattanooga FC. A scoreless first half with plenty of action has us set up for a highly anticipated final frame of play. Chattanooga got off to a fast start inside the first 10 minutes last half. They struggled to put one by Nick Holliday. With several chances off the woodwork. Can they right the wrong? Right now it's Rambolt, and cannot keep up to that ball. Or now Tatevin out of the match. Dylan John in. Krell, an aggressive switch, catches the run of Sorensen. Backside cross, retrieved by Robertson. He'll have a go. Off the head of Diaz. Chattanooga coming to this one off back-to-back road wins against Inter Miami 2 and Cincinnati 2. Pretty much the memo over the last couple of matches. Richard Dixon understands possession will not necessarily be dominated by his side, but increasing that chance creation and decreasing the chances allowed are going to propel his team to further success and move up the table. Injury to Carolina core, Mohamed Diakite. Hits the deck early on. He's back to his feet, good to see. The memo last match was create early on and often. It worked against Cincinnati. It was certainly followed up here today. In terms of the amount of chance creation we saw. Again, as for execution, that part still lacking for the hosts. Headed into the break, Richard Dixon's side accumulated 11 shots compared to Carolina's 2. A couple of aggressive challenges. Chattanooga is shaken up. An official sharing words with a couple of Carolina players. Daniel Mangarov, slow to his feet, hunched over in a bit of pain. So there's the first collision. Advantage played, and then another shove. And the frustration right now from Nelson Martinez visibly shown on the pitch. Mangarov on the ball. He takes. Backside header, and it falls to the left of Holiday. Sarsar thought there was a bit of contact. Holiday and Carolina go quickly in hopes of catching Chattanooga off guard. The whistle does sound. Was a goal kick. Carolina went a little too quickly. Good to see Diakite back on his feet. Puts that one in the far near side corner. And play sent right back to Chattanooga. Mangarov in pursuit. Krell follows. Zagers hounded on that far side. Had it jarred free. Holiday pressured. Escapes with Cologne in his first professional start. Loses it at the feet of Anthony Garcia. Carolina have not defeated Chattanooga in regulation since 2024. They've scored just 1 goal in their last 3 matches against Chattanooga FC, but on the road they do have a positive record. 2 wins, 1 loss, and a PK victory. Defense has been the common theme for Chattanooga in recent memory against Carolina Core, and it's certainly made its presence known today. Garcia intercepted. Heavy touch from Core. And Arnaud Tatevin. Chattanooga able to reset with Matthias Hanchard. If Carolina were able to get on the ball, you wonder if their header chances would be just as threatening as Chattanooga. Both their goals against Chicago Fire too came off heads of Tim Zagers and Mohamed Diakite. We've seen a couple of great chances in that same manner for Chattanooga, and one is brewing right now. Krell has his pass stripped away. This high press, very tough to beat. Val Cohen leads the line. The pass jumped and it's nearly put home. Oh, what a heads-up play. On the central area of the pitch. Stevie Louis-Jean takes advantage of his space, and he read that ball from the second it left the back line. What a sequence here. Holiday with it. And that slow roller intercepted. And what a finish it would have been, but a great chance nonetheless for Chattanooga, and it just goes to show the awareness that they are playing with as we near the hour mark. Bramble takes over. Core, a chance. Tatevin stripped right at the area. Jersey tug. And an easy foul call for the head official. Krell still doesn't like it. He wants to see a yellow card. Caitlin Trowbridge has had to go to her pocket on plenty of occasions today. It's been a chippy affair to say the least. The first 2 independent clubs in the history of MLS Next Pro. Came in a few years ago. In 2024. A big year for both clubs, but last year you saw Chattanooga and Carolina Core take major strides as organizations. Tatevin offside. For Chattanooga and Carolina Core alike, they both appeared in the MLS Next Pro playoffs for the first time in club history. Their runs, however, were simultaneously ended in the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Chattanooga were shut out by Huntsville City 2-0. And the eventual champions Red Bull New York 2 knocked off Carolina Core 5-1 in the opening round. Last year's run taught neither club anything. It's that there's a lot of promise in the future. And although the season has not started the way Carolina Core would have liked, they've brought in plenty of exciting talent. They're poised to make a run. They showed their ability to handle adversity in that Chicago Fire 2 match. And today on the road, matters certainly not any easier. Tonight's match is brought to you by Vibrant Meals. Chef-prepared meals ready in 3 minutes, voted Tennessee's favorite. Jakubovic has to keep that away. Throw-in, corralled by Diaz. He took an awkward bounce, and Krell can't get away from the defense. The Chattanooga fans thought that one was played out by Carolina Court. Play continued on. Short field to work. Yuzukiewski evaded a falling Thomas Rambolt. Into the corner to Robertson. Awkward pass. Somehow kept it alive. And it's wide and out of play. That's what you get with Tate Robertson. And chance creation comes in a variety of ways. And tonight's match again brought to you by Vibrant Meals. Chef-prepared meals ready in 3 minutes, voted Tennessee's favorite. Robertson last year led the team in goals and assists. Tallied 9 scores and 10 helpers. If you look at last year for both these clubs, we talked about how they both fell in the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. They also were red hot at a certain point in the regular season for Carolina. They started the season with 1 win, 3 losses, and 5 draws with only 2 PK victories. Very similar to what's been done here in 2026, but they picked play up. And would finish the season with 3 wins over their final 6. Chance for Chattanooga. Fast break, and it's put home! Alex Krell punches through, and Chattanooga are finally on the board. The hosts had chance after chance, could not muscle one through on this rainy afternoon at Finley Stadium. They had shots ricochet off the crossbar, had attempts miraculously saved by Nick Holliday, but nothing Carolina Court could do there. Anthony Garcia in transition finds Daniel Mangarov. And Alex Krell able to get that one-touch finish. And finally break the deadlock. Whistle sounds and we're back underway. That goal right at the hour mark. And it couldn't have come at a better time for Chattanooga. Sumo Jr. Opportunity growing for Court. Diaz. Gets by Mangarov. Sorensen keeps him away from the area. There is a whistle as the two collide. It's against Carolina Court. Substitutions getting ready. David Diaz will see an end to his day. Antonio Pineda in for Carolina core. Ricardo Montenegro exits and Nolan Evers replaces him. One back by Chattanooga. Efforts of Louis Jean. Mangroff takes a hit. The players pleading for a foul call, won't get it. Mangroff back to his feet in limping fashion. Carolina core take over. Pineda checks in, one of 6 returning players for Carolina core from the 2025 season. And Nolan Evers, coming into today, started in 8 of the 9 matches he's appeared in. The Stanford alum takes to the pitch late in a pivotal moment. Carolina core conceding transition to Alex Krell. Pineda. Evers at that left center back spot, which he's occupied on countless occasions this year. We'll have to deal with this high press from Chattanooga. Evers missed touch. Krell finds it. Flicks it back. Garcia inside. What a pass. Holiday off his line. Mangarov, he went down inside the area. The crowd with some shouts hailing from the stands in hopes of maybe a foul call. Tatevin through. Sumo Jr. beat out by Hanchard. Matthias Hanchard running through this entire Carolina core defense. A player down for Chattanooga. Mangarov carries on. Hanchard. It would have been fitting for him to get a shot considering that build started with him. Core out into space. Pineda one-on-one to his right. And Jakubovic didn't blink an eye. Finally a whistle. And substitutions ready for Chattanooga. The firsts of the afternoon for interim head coach Richard Dixon. Matthias Hanchard out along with Daniel Mangarov. Pardon me, Hanchard and Mangarov there for just a quick hydration break. It's Anthony Garcia and Alex Krell. Couple of key contributors on that previous sequence set to exit. Alex Arua and Damian Barker-John need to come onto the pitch. Another look at the communication and leadership from Eldin Jakubovic as he has a conversation with Luke Huzikiewski, the 22-year-old from Davidson, North Carolina. Just goes to show Jakubovic, a veteran of this league, always want to communicate with his players in front and provide insight on how to constantly improve. Krell and Garcia out, Arua and Barker-John in. Damian Barker-John with the game winner against FC Cincinnati 2 a week ago. goes to show in terms of chance creation, a lot of times you might think you would lose it with Garcia and Krell exiting, but then you bring in personalities like Damian Barker-John, a key contributor to Huntsville City's first ever playoff appearance last year, a proven goal scorer. And then Alexis Arrua, a young talent from Argentina, comes in and brings a spark off the bench. It's a deep squad for Richard Dixon. Looks to pick up win number 6 in MLS Next Pro this year. There's plenty of scoring talent on this roster, as we've mentioned. They're the only team in MLS Next Pro with 4 players in the league's top 5 for goals scored. Alex Krell with now his 5th. Tate Robertson, Damian Barker-John, and Alex McGrath sit just behind him with 4 goals apiece. It's pretty much a scoring team by committee. And that can do you wonders in search of the MLS Next Pro Cup come the latter months of the year. Teams that are the most versatile and have plenty of options are often harder to defend. With Alex Krell, you have a threat atop the formation. Damian Barker-John can come in off the bench, and Alex McGrath and Tate Robertson, they bring that attacking prowess throughout the rest of the formation, especially Tate Robertson, someone who can fall in as a defensive mid and an outside back. Scoring comes from all areas. Can be difficult to stop. Here is Robertson to Barker-John. Outside, Cohen. Right into a wall of Carolina defenders. Tim Zagers draws the foul. Carolina Core have certainly been tested on plenty of occasions this year. They've taken on 4 top 6 teams. Passage the official ticketing platform of the Chattanooga Football Club. It's another team above the playoff line that Carolina Core faced today. Against top 6 teams, they've suffered 3 losses and a PK victory picked up. Pineda forces the corner kick. And to make matters even more impressive, Carolina Core became the first team this year to hold Crown Legacy to less than 2 points in a game. They won it in penalties against the top team in the East. Ball to the backside, carried away, and Red Bull New York too, obviously in contention with Carolina, or not Carolina, excuse me, Crown Legacy for that top spot. It's interchangeable at times. Taltevin. Waits for it off the throw-in, taken by Dominique Colon. At the 70th minute, another 1-score game for Carolina Core. They've been in 8 of them this year. They've escaped those 1-score games with a record of 1 win, 3 losses, 2-2 in PKs. It's often the amount of 1-score games that can tell the full tale of a team. They're in just about every match they've played in. But in those decisive moments, and chances in the final third, a little bit like Chattanooga FC, have struggled to capitalize. I mean, the host today could easily be up 3-0. And Barker John nearly got through. Sorensen, no chance. Barker John, Rambolt. Tatevin. Pineda turns it over. Arua, Alexis Arua, calls his own number. And Nick Holiday, one of the easier chances forward that he's seen today. Had that miraculous one-handed save in the first half. He's been tough to beat in the lone goal today. Would have been a tough one to save nonetheless. Carolina sub pending here. Thomas Rambolt ready to exit the match. He makes way for Corey Lundeen. Lundeen picked up both assists in the Chicago Fire match. They came within 6 minutes of each other inside the first 10 minutes of the second half. Certainly showed his ability to be plugged into the lineup at any point of the match and have an impact. Advantage played. Barker John. Carolina Core upset with the penalty, or the foul, excuse me. The ball set to be drawn out, and Daniel Mangarov has put his club in countless advantageous positions this afternoon. Sets up another free kick opportunity from decent range. A goal is definitely attainable. Numbers into the box. Lift off. The header. And Holiday watches that one go over his head. Heavy touch, taken away. Tatevin has a go. Jakupovic out of position. And Farid Sarsar complaining to the far side official, but there was no offside card. Head official not having any of it. And Sarsar shown the booking. Dangerous opportunity for Carolina Core. With Eldin Jakupovic way off his line. Could not cease that scoring chance.
The referee is issuing a yellow card to CFC number 5 Farid Sarsar in the 76th minute.
Ball in, knocked away by Robertson. Cologne. Diakite. Attempted to knife through the double team of Barker John and Sorensen. Didn't work in the moment, but it does set up a corner kick. Backside, and that one popped up. Pineda. Mangaroff in his 50th appearance. All time with Chattanooga FC clears that one away. Martinez and company reset. Pressure put on, and Nick Holliday comes off his line to retrieve. Foul against Chattanooga. Or get a much needed call. Ball through by Yepes. Service in, dangerous header. That one off the hands of Jakubovic. Parker John collides with the back of Dominique Cologne. Of course, stay with it. Cologne looks for the header attempt. And Arna Tatevin streaking down the center. And the two could not link up. Chattanooga with 16 shots compared to Carolina's 4. 4 on frame for Chattanooga, just a singular shot on target for the visitors. Chattanooga have shared the ball at a high rate, 81%, just above their season average of 80.9%. They have triple the amount of crosses that the visitors have, 12-4. Of course, Nick Holliday with 3 incredible saves. He's kept it a 1-score match. And Yuval Cohen will see the end of his day. Keegan Anselin replaces the Las Vegas native. Anselin this year has come on as a sub for now the 8th time. That's second most in all of MLS Next Pro. Very relied upon player off the bench for Richard Dixon. Robertson's throwing. Sorensen. Jakubovic senses a chance long, and his sense is incorrect. The goalkeepers with a quick exchange. Carolina Court take over in the 80th minute. Up next, they'll head home to face Red Bull New York 2 in a rematch, I should say, of last year's Eastern Conference quarterfinals. That one at 6 p.m. Eastern time. For Chattanooga, on May 31st, they'll go on the road to face Orlando City B. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Eastern. They lead the all-time series with 3 wins, 1 loss, and 3 for 3 in PKs. Anselin calls for it. In a good spot, gets to his left. Anselin, and what a stop by Nick Holliday. That's 4 on the day for the 20-year-old. He has put this club on his back and has kept any hopes of a result alive. Nick Holliday, are you kidding me? That's the second lower body save he's made today. Earlier had a stop with his knee. That one able to extend his left leg and keep the ball out of the net. Job not done yet. Curling ball inward. And the header by Anselin. It looked good for a few seconds and then trickled wide of Holliday. Looks to play this pass quickly and effectively. Chattanooga have been hard to break down. They've stayed compact and forced play wide. Core found a little success playing over the top in hopes of catching the back line off guard, but everybody's been quite in sync as Anselin off the deflection forces play in transition. Anselin inside Arua. Evers steers him away. Good team defending from Carolina to win the ball back. Throw-in taken. How quickly can Carolina Core get into the final third? Where do their best options lie? Sumo Jr. Cross sits. Chattanooga get to the ball first. Nofo Brewing Company, the official craft beer of the Chattanooga Football Club. Core with an errant giveaway. And although one goal down, every turnover makes that comeback ever so more difficult. They maintain the ball yet again. Santiago Yepes. Holiday sees a gap. Made the right decision. Zakuski, the first to the ball. Forces it out of play. Core quick to work again. Easy collect for Eldin Jakupovic. It appears he's limping. That's not a good sign. He keeps play going forward and eventually falls to the ground, and that is not a good sign. If you're Chattanooga, the training staff whistled on immediately. Eldin Jakupovic writhing in pain. Tough scene here as the star keeper and reigning goalkeeper of the year award winner in MLS Next Pro has suffered an injury late in a one-goal match. Jakupovic back to his feet. He receives a nice round of applause. It came when he collected the ball that was floated into the area. And for a moment, time paused at Finley Stadium as the second-year man stumbled on a non-contact injury. It's always a scary sight when there is a lack of contact. There is a substitution, but it's for Carolina Core. Santiago Yepes out of the match. Charles Orbaugh, the San Francisco native, checks in for the 7th time this year. Previously started in all 6 games he appeared in. Today, a late match substitution. Arua, Robertson. Under 4 minutes until the announcement of stoppage time. Pineda in a joust with Huzikowski. Core win it. And Hanchard with a pivotal tackle. And there's a bit of shoving going on as Matthias Hanchard in the heads of the Carolina Core players. Eldin Jakubovic keeping Matthias Hanchard away from the party on the far side of the box. Had a quick conversation with Anthony Sumo Jr., who in retaliation had a shove on Hanchard. Two players late in a one-goal match, going all out for the ball. It's understandable that the intense feelings emerge. Offside whistled against Carolina. And Chattanooga can continue to drain the clock. That's what the far side official is indicating. Pardon me. No offside, it was just out of play. Carolina Core with just one shot on target. It's been pretty cut and dry for Eldin Jakubovic between the sticks. Damian Barker-John. One-on-one, Barker-John. And Holiday beats him to it. The Carolina players thought that ball might have grazed the hand and lower arm of Damian Barker-John. The officiating crew saw otherwise. Play continues on. And a self-inflicted wound by Nelson Martinez returns the ball to the hosts. 90 seconds until stoppage time. Would not be surprised if Chattanooga drained every second off the clock. Arua. Arua loses it. Lundin up ahead. Jakubovic nearly touched that with his hand. That would have caused some trouble. Anthony Sumo Jr. onto his left. And a teammate at the back post and could not connect. Carolina keep the pressure on. 30 seconds until stoppage time. They find a window. That one through and cannot catch the foot of a Core player as Ardnau Tatevin was in pursuit. Five minutes of stoppage time indicated by the fourth official at Finley Stadium. We've seen several yellow cards, the goal celebration, and Eldin Jakubovic went down due to injury. Had 3 minutes in the first half, so 5 seems about right. And in a one-goal match, Carolina Core very much in this one. Ashton Gordon and Junior Flores ready as the last substitutions for Richard Dixon. You can hear the rain fall a bit harder at Finley Stadium. Does that mean the drought is over for Carolina Corps? Only time will tell. Zagers. The fans having a little slip inside on the hill behind Eldin Jakubovic. Look at the raindrops thicken. Corps into the rain. And Jakubovic handles that one out of the air. With the rain beginning to fall harder, you wonder if the conditions will be affected greatly and maybe work in the favor of Carolina Corps. The substitutions are now on. The 50th career club appearance for Daniel Mangarov has hit its end. Ashton Gordon checks in for him. Junior Flores in for Anthony Sorensen. He performed quite valiantly at that left back spot for Chattanooga. Two and a half minutes until the approximate end of the game. Evers. Yepis. Through, cross deflected, sitting at the back post, and Zagers couldn't punch it home. Dangerous chance for Carolina Corps. The ball took a deflection off a Chattanooga leg on the way to Zagers. It stayed in play and he found a way to put one on it. The head official bringing the crew together. And with just 90 seconds left in the match, we have a lightning delay. "90 seconds left, and we will have to wait." Fans told to go to the concourse. Players will take cover. And we will do our best to keep you updated on the weather delay here at Finley Stadium. The rain falling harder than it has even before the game. And with the match so close to being over, we put this one to a halt. And Chattanooga head to the locker room, up one. We'll await the final 90 seconds following this lightning delay. Well, we are finally back at Finley Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga FC and Carolina Core FC made it 94 minutes into the match with about 55 left to go in this one. We had a lightning delay, tornado warnings, and pretty much any weather stoppage possible that prevented this one from ending on time. Both sides relieved to have taken to the pitch. And if you got a chance to take a look at it on social media, the Chattahooligans, the support section for Chattanooga FC, did not shy away from the rain. They continued to dance, party. They were quite excited for the possibility of their team picking up 3 points. We've got about 1:55 to go until the approximate end of stoppage time. And of course, the head official will not add on any time from the delay. We'll just play a short amount of time. Now it is a 1-goal match. Alex Krell has the lone score for Chattanooga FC. Carolina Core very much in this. They come into this one today with just 1 victory on the year. They came back against Chicago Fire 2 last weekend after trailing 1-0. Chattanooga FC fresh off back-to-back road wins. Look to take all 3 points in the 7th all-time meeting between the two clubs, and we are finally underway from Finley Stadium. We resume play, under 2 minutes to go until the approximate end of this one. And Carolina Core retain the ball immediately. Every action so crucial from this moment going forward. Bouncing ball to Holiday. And he sends an errant pass into the stands. Chattanooga will certainly drain every precious second off the clock. Wouldn't be surprised if a couple of players took a yellow card for time wasting. Alex Krell with the lone goal. And today, Carolina Core with just 1 shot on target. They have struggled to get forward. That one poked free. Chattanooga can control, and now it's deep in their attacking half. Arua comes for reinforcements into that corner. Core poach it free, under 45 seconds to go. An unconventional ending to this match is ahead of us. Can the hosts hold on for all 3 points? After a weather delay that nearly lasted an hour and a half due to lightning and a tornado warning. Service in, threatening chance, Jakubovic with the save, and it's loose! Carolina Core could not punch it through. What a moment that would have been. They have to go quickly. The match on its last legs. One last opportunity for Carolina Core on the corner kick. Hildin Jakubovic with a critical save post-delay. What can they muster up? Nick Holiday came forward, couldn't put it home, and the whistle finally sounds. Following the delay, Chattanooga FC escape with a 1-goal victory in a battle of 2 independent clubs in MLS Next Pro. It's Chattanooga FC who walk away with all 3 points. And that takes us to tonight's man of the match. It's Alex Krell of Chattanooga FC, and it is presented by Adidas. First off, the play of Nick Holiday cannot be understated. Had a couple of crazy saves for Carolina Core to keep them in this. But on the break, it was set up by Anthony Garcia. He'd play it forward to Mangarov. And then it's the finishing touch and the 5th goal of Alex Krell that would put this one away. Again, he is our Adidas man of the match. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Lill saying so long from Finley Stadium. Again, our final score, Chattanooga FC knock off Carolina Core FC 1-0 at home. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Have a great night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.